So selling enterprise software can be hard, a long journey, and take you in a lot of different directions. So I have a method which I don't claim is the perfect one, but I have used it a few times, both as an advisor and also in the companies where I sit on the board, to restructure the sales process of SaaS enterprise sales teams in order to speed up the pipeline and make it a little bit more effective and increase the close rate. So I'm just going to share the model with you in the hope that you find it helpful and maybe you can use some of it. Let's start with the problem first. The problem is that you get a pipeline of leads that you then contact. You have all sorts of different conversations with them. You have different sort of technical conversations. You have different sort of legal or compliance conversations. You have different commercial conversations, and so on. A lot of the time it is sort of in a, let's say, a hodgepodge where your sales rep is trying to drive them forward towards a decision, trying to understand their process, and getting a commercial offer on the table, getting through negotiation, getting through sort of contract or long form negotiation on the actual deal before signing. All of that is great and should happen. The point, however, is that all of that should happen. So what I often see is that sales reps and their managers fail to actually put it into sort of a more structured process where we anticipate all these things happening and then speed them up. If we know that the customer is going to have to make an overall business case decision on our product, then sure, let's orchestrate that and give them the best possible opportunity to do that. If we know that the customer needs to do technical due diligence on our product, then let's orchestrate that and give them the best possible opportunity to do that. If the customer has to do, let's say, legal due diligence on the contract and so forth, then let's orchestrate and make them able to do that at express speed. The way I usually think about this is that in your CRM system, you have your sales funnel where you say, a lead comes in here, then we do a demo, then we do this meeting, then we do this meeting, then we send the contract, then we do the negotiation, then we do that thing, blah, blah, and then we close. Just take that and flip it into a process that you then describe to your customer, saying, hey, we are here at the beginning where we have meeting 1. What I suggest happens next over the next, let's say 100 days or whatever the sales cycle is, that we then have this meeting where we discuss these things. Then we have that workshop where we discuss whatever the technical details. Then we have this decision where we run that. Then I send you a proposal with the commercials, which we then meet and discuss there. And then we do the long form contract thing with your lawyers and our lawyers, and then we eventually sign. Sounds good? Assuming that you can get off the train at every step, right? So we don't have to run to the conclusion, but we can agree that we need to cover all of this if there is a sale, right? Let's just get them into the calendar, make sure that whenever there is something I need to know about that we need in step 3 because your procurement department does it like in their special French way or whatever, then I can anticipate that, prepare for it, and make sure that we're ready for it so that we don't slow you down. And usually, in my experience, customers really appreciate this. You just come off more professional if you have a process. You shouldn't stick to the process so that, I will never reschedule this meeting before that meeting. If the customer wants that, it makes sense, just do it, right? There's no necessary need to just insist on the sequence, but just giving them a sequence as a default, as something you can start from so that they know there is a process. They can see that you're thinking about all the same things that they are thinking about, and you want to anticipate the need and don't waste their time. That is a positive with most clients. That's good. Usually it also means that you're not suddenly, you keep the intensity, there's a cadence in the sales process that usually allows you to move through it more quickly. I have seen processes like this take sales cycles up towards 200 days and cut them in half overall. Doesn't mean that we still have outliers that take 200 or 300 days, but we can get sort of a median sale down to 100 days if we have sort of a more structured process to run them through. That's also great because usually a shorter sales cycle means a higher conversion rate. All things being equal, the faster you can get someone to a decision, the more often that decision will be a yes. I tend to see these sort of, I usually call them like like a flipped funnel. You take your CM system and you just like you show them all the steps that you think that they should go through before they have been qualified and negotiated and proposed and closed or whatever. And then you think of each of these steps from the customer's perspective, almost like a service design perspective. Say, hey, how can I make the technical due diligence be like a really good step for the customer, where they feel invited into the product and they get to really do their proper due diligence and ask all the necessary questions. And then you turn that, instead of being like a check mark, like on your sales rep side, where they just need to oh, we did this with the customer, then you turn it into something that you do for the customer so that you can do the check mark and move on, which really just overall helps the sales process. It's a really good framework to also use to talk about different obstacles in the process with your sales reps and educate them and increase your overall quality. I mean, there are more professional salespeople and sales engineers out there than me, but just from my, let's say, almost simplistic viewpoint, that's actually what's worked, and it's actually usually worked pretty well to just like design our CM funnel as the sales process, flip it towards the customer, and just run through it like this. Maybe you already do this. Maybe you do like an even better version. I'd be happy to hear in the comments or some of the sort. But if not, I hope that that is helpful, or at least gave you one good idea. So take care out there. Hey there. So I create these videos for free so that you can take your great SaaS product and turn it into a great SaaS business. So if you like the video and you got value from it, you should, of course, subscribe to the channel, and also tell a friend. So write someone and say, hey, you're in SaaS, this guy talks about SaaS, maybe there's something in there for you. So that is the only way that this channel actually grows, or these videos gets around. And this is how I try to provide value to everyone. I have a network of clients that I have, and I get most of my business from referrals only. So the reason I make the videos and write the books and so forth is actually to just provide value to everyone else, because I can only be in one place at a time. So my hope with all these videos is just to do more good in the world. And if you tell a friend or you share, you can help me do that. So thank you.